So here I have the ingredients for my tomato and onion salsa. In other words, a pico de gallo. I have my nice harvest tomatoes from my garden, and also here, as I mentioned before, pear and cherry yellow. My jalapeno. I have a lime, red onions, and I will be using white onions also. And here goes the prep. I'm going to start with our red onion. This was previously washed, but it's what's left of the onion. And to slice my onions and make it easier for me, I do slices, and that helps me cut them easier. Nice and diced. And I can control the size that I want and pair them up with the rest. All right. Nice salsa. I usually make my salsa during the year. If I don't have any harvest tomatoes from the garden, I store or buy my tomatoes and usually use those. But since I have such a nice harvest this year of tomatoes, despite all the gophers and squirrels trying to eat my food out there, it's been a great harvest. Can't complain. I thank God for the beautiful harvest of broccoli, tomatoes, cucumbers. We harvest about 50 to 60 pounds of cucumbers, and tomatoes I lost count. I've given to friends and family members. It's been amazing. This is ready. We have our cut onions. Really nice, I see. Okay, now we're working with our yellow onion. Open her up. Amazing, but I am crying now. Onion made me cry. Sorry. Okay, we're going to continue with our onion here. All right, same with the onion. I usually do slices, right? That can make it easy for me to cut my yellow onion. Okay, I think 3 slices will work well. Let's put this aside and cut our onion. I am crying like a Magdalena here. These are super, super tough onions. They're super strong. And they have made me cry. It's been a while. I'm usually cutting onions, but I don't get the sign of crying too often when I'm cutting them. Whew. cutting with my eyes closed. Please don't try this at home. Thank you. Let me get these to a size that it's comfortable to eat. We put these on my plates on my end here to get them nice and preppy. Right? Okay, I'm gonna wash my knife and wash my hands. Okay, friends, now we're going to start working with our tomatoes. This is one of our pineapple tomatoes, it's called. I don't know why it's called pineapple tomato, but this doesn't have a pineapple taste at all. Maybe the nice fresh color to it, very tropical. It should be called papaya tomato, right? This one is very ripened, as you can see. Nice ripened tomato. It's been ripening in my window because since we got a first frost, I had to go out and harvest all my tomatoes before that came through. And all my tomatoes are now all super ripened. Okay. Guys, I'm not the best cutter in the kitchen, but I tried my best. Yes. Yeah, we can make these nice and squarey for our salsa. Right. You might need a better knife for sure. Okay, here we go. My salsa is becoming salsa. All right, now I'm choose picking my tomatoes here, huh? Remember, you usually do these salsas with Roma or San Marzano tomato. These are all together. My cherries, my Romas, my pear tomatoes, all my tomatoes in one. Nicely ripened. Yes? Okay. Try to make them seedless before they go to my bowl. Okay, here's a nice and ripened one. This is super ripened. Try my best to make them nice and cut into nice square. But again, these are so ripened, it's just impossible to make them nice and same size squared for the salsa. But listen, they're coming along. I didn't want to lose these. You know, they're nice and ripened to eat. And I think they're just perfect for salsa. You know, you could use this salsa with any of your recipes. Of course, besides eating them with tortilla chips, or you can always put them on your salad greens or as a salsa for your chicken or your morning eggs, scrambled eggs. These are delicious on scrambled eggs in the morning. If you have any leftover salsa, if you're going to do any Mexican recipes also, these will go along very well with your recipes. All right, my friends, this is coming along very nicely. Now we're going to cut our jalapeno. I'm going to divine it. I should be using gloves. It is important to use gloves when divining jalapenos. They could be a bit hot and you need to wash your hands properly after using, because yes, they could be super hot at the time of cutting them, especially when they have their stems and the side. Do another jalapeno slice. Nice. I like to make this nicely cut, thinly cut in. All right. Yep, another piece. Okay. Pick them up and put them where they go. Okay. Now here we have our salsa ready. Now we're going to put the dressings on them. We're going to put some vinegar, salt, kosher salt, pepper, and some olive oil, and we're all set to go. This is more like a bruschetta, if you want to call it. That could be eaten with nice toasted bread or tortilla chips. Yes, look how beautiful this looks. Amazing. Here I have my tomato. I already incorporated the jalapeno. I'm going to use the lime now to cut it into our bruschetta, or as we said, pico de gallo. Looks very colorful because of all the ingredients that I have incorporated, or I would say all the tomatoes that are so varied from my garden harvest. I had a variety of tomatoes, about 10 of them this year. I tried keeping Marzanos and San Marzanos and also Roma tomatoes so that I could start working on canning for the year our marinara sauce. But something happened. I had saw many plants of tomatoes this year, which half of them I gave away to friends. And it seems that the ones I had planted for myself were giving away within our batches of tomatoes. I stood with all the small tomatoes, like the pear cherry tomatoes or the purple cherry tomato, Cherokee cherry tomatoes, the yellow pear, the pineapple tomato, the mortgage lifter tomatoes. Those are the ones that looked like, or they say it tastes like a pineapple, which to me it tastes like a regular tomato. And again, it was a variety of tomatoes. As you can see, I'll show you. And I still have so many ripening that have not made it through yet. Marzano tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, purple Cherokee, as you can see, a yellow tomato. It was a variety of tomatoes. San Marzano. Here goes the purple Cherokee cherry. This is the pineapple one, which to me is and here's a ripened one, which were gorgeous tomatoes. I'm so happy for my harvest this year. But again, I've never got my beefy, juicy burger tomatoes that I had planted. The San Marzano, I just got a plant, which I couldn't ripen completely because of our first frost, and also the Roma tomatoes. But again, happy. So we have incorporated our lime here. Now we're going to do some kosher salt. Might look a lot, but this is a lot of tomatoes in here, friends, and they do need plenty of seasoning. I'm going to do some white vinegar and some pepper. Nice pepper. We're going to give it a nice swirl here, nice movement to get all of the seasoning incorporated. Eliminate the excess of water from our tomatoes. And now that it has salt, well, it will do a little more soothing of water because of the because of the salt, excuse me. Look at that salsa. Doesn't it looks amazing, doesn't it? It's delicious. I can imagine. I've tasted before. That's why I say it's delicious. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley, which I am a lover of. my store-bought parsley due to the fact that this year my garden parsley got some kind of fungi. I couldn't restore it and I just gave up on it. This will make the works. And that's it. Our salsa with our harvested 2024 tomato season. Thank you, and I hope you have enjoyed. Until next time, friends.